The research question at hand is what dog foods help prevent cancer in your dog? I'm interested in finding articles, online, newspaper, and scholarly, research reports, and blogs done on this topic, blogs for personal experiences on this topic. So, the places I went to search are Google and Google Scholar. Now, in developing my search statements, I've learned in this course to focus on nouns rather than adjectives and adverbs in my research question when identifying the main concepts for something that I want to search. So, for my first search statement, I took out the words for my research question dog foods prevent and cancer. So, this rendered a lot of relevant results. So, as you can see, we have preventing cancer with your pet's diet. 5 ways to keep your dog cancer free, 10 dog foods that may lead to cancer. So, all of these are dealing with cancer prevention and dog foods, which is exactly what I'm looking for. We can also see that we have petmd.com and a lot of different websites that are dealing with pets and dogs. My second search statement was what dog foods are healthy for your dog. So I decided to use the term healthy, add that in there to see what other relevant results it would find me, and it actually did find me a lot of relevant results. So we have one from Dog Food Advisor, the best and worst pet foods ranked, healthy treats for your dog, best dog food choices. So these are all dealing with dog food and health, which is exactly what I'm looking for in my research question and in this search statement. My third search statement was rendered in Google Scholar. What dog foods help prevent cancer in your dog? This one didn't render as relevant results as my first two because mainly the results had to deal with people, specific types of cancer like colonoscopic and also breast cancer. But there were a couple that did deal with dogs, which was what I was looking for. So that was good. My last search statement was cancer preventative dog foods, which was perhaps my least helpful search statement. So, as you can see up here, we have one on soybean foods, which is not what I'm looking for at all, type 1 diabetes, osteoporosis. And there was one down here that I saw pet food in, but it ended up not dealing with what I am looking for in my research question at all. So, that was not relevant whatsoever. My first most relevant resource was from onlynaturalpet.com titled Holistic Cancer Prevention and Care in Your Pet. This specific article is by a holistic veterinarian named Jean Hoffy. So she is very credible in writing an article about this specific topic. In this specific article, she divulges in the topic of cancer in dogs very in detail. She even has a quote here from herself. She also has a bullet point list of prevention and treatment in dogs of cancer, and also specifically diving into the topic of a diet and a bullet point list of the different foods you can prepare for your dog that will keep them healthier for longer, and a link to how you can actually prepare those foods. I then decided to Google onlynaturalpet.com and I discovered that they're actually a pet store, but they have a lot of different products and food suggestions depending on the condition that your dog has, as well as, flea and tick products and grooming and cleaning products that they recommend. So this is definitely a reliable and legitimate website to be talking about this topic. My second most relevant resource is from healthypets.com. It was an article written by an actual veterinarian, Dr. Karen Becker. So she has a lot of credibility to be talking about this topic. And here she dives into what foods are healthy and harmful for your dog, and she ranks the best to worst dog foods that you can prepare for your dog. So again, very relevant to my research question. My third most relevant resource is from an ebook on Google Scholar titled Give Your Dog a Bone. This talks about the history of what dogs have eaten in the past compared to what they eat now, and the different foods that you can prepare cooked versus raw, and the benefits and costs of doing that. So very relevant to my research question. The author is Ian Billinghurst, and I did a Google search on him and quickly discovered that he is a veterinary surgeon, so he has all types of credentials to be writing about this topic. And my last relevant resource is from another ebook from Google Scholar titled The Nature of Animal Healing. It has a whole chapter that dives into the topic of how the health of your dog starts with food, the different foods you can prepare, as well as what commercial dog foods aren't telling us. The author is Martin Goldstein, and after doing a Google search on him, I discovered that he is also an integrative veterinarian, so he has the credentials to be talking about this topic and writing about it as well. Last but not least, I would like to get one more scholarly source on this topic if I was to conduct more research, as well as a personal experience that someone has had with one of the diets recommended that I found, and whether or not that benefited their dog.